Tower Defense 6 has just released a brand new map, and oh boy, farming on this thing is hard. You have to focus a lot on getting down a good setup of towers. Most maps have a few towers that are really bad to use. This map has a lot, and there are some that are really good, but most they are not very good to use. So before I start getting into major challenge runs, I figured let's get a basic early game setup that can carry us from round 40 to past round 80. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, attempt 1, it was pretty basic. There weren't that many towers. The main two popping towers were a 302 Ninja and a 203 Super Monkey. And yeah, it really wasn't that great. Especially on most advanced maps, you need quite a bit to straight up carry you. And on Last Resort in particular, some rounds have a super short track, some rounds have a moderate length track, some rounds have a little bit longer track that's still basically the same as the moderate length, and some loop around the whole map. So yeah, a 302 Ninja, 203 Super, and 032 Buccaneer, although they were cheap and easy to get, they just didn't work. Which is a slight problem when you want a setup that works. So on to attempt 2. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. This attempt, it was absolute garbage. Basically nothing at all really made any change. I thought, okay, let's replace most of the towers that did absolute terribly, and yeah, it didn't really do anything. I still lost at round 60. I didn't even bother trying to see how quickly I could set it up because it just wasn't better than the first one. So yeah, it's just I sort of have to just move on to the next one. I didn't bother the test because it was useless. It was not better than the first attempt. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. Now, I did realise that although I was trying to keep tier 5s out of this, as they would be a bit too expensive, tier 4s would be the absolute minimum, and I'd still need quite a lot of them. This one, it took a bit more, and takes quite a bit more money to set up. How this one worked was basically the main damage would be dealt by a 402 Boomerang and a 204 Ninja and a 402 Wizard. The Sticky Bomb dealt great with the Moabs, and the other two were just pretty versatile. But the 402 Boomerang was especially good at ceramics. Since by the time the Sticky Bomb has gone off on the Moab, it's probably going to be past the towers that can prop the ceramics very well. We need something to deal with those ceramics. I chose a 402 Druid, not because it can just deal with the ceramics, but because it can deal with the ceramics and get the balloons back over to the towers that also will deal with the ceramics. And then finally, in case something really slips by, I had a 402 spike battery, quite expensive but necessary. Oh, and just make sure round 78 was not the behemoth of a round it usually is. I added a 202 village to get the attacks faster and to show those camo ceramic balloons who's boss. And the camo leads, I kind of forgot about them and had no real way of getting more towers that could pop them, so this was my sort of last resort solution. Anyway, yeah, so it was quite a bit of setup, but in the end, with some farming, I was able to get it by round 45. So in the end, this is a great early game setup that can carry you from round 45 past round 85. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed watching. See you on the next one. Good. Bye-bye.